Okay, so yeah, should be good now. So we're gonna be going to fight the new boss. So I thought I would record this because I don't really have enough time to stream. But yeah, I wanted to start working on some Hydra MC teams. I will show them up at the end stuff. But to do that, I wanted to actually have Lynette featured in the teams as well, because I think that she'll be an interesting character. And I need to ascend Lynette for that as well. And this boss will actually drop Lynette's drops, I believe. Let's double check that. Okay, so we're looking for these materials here. And yeah, they're right here. So that is where we're going to head to. So, new boss added to the game. I am still using Hydro MC for the moment, although I'd rather switch to a Dendro, probably. I guess you don't interact with them like that. We may need to speak to this camera operator first, because it said something about dialogue, right? Let's see how we get this boss going here. Ladies, I wish you a good morning, afternoon, and evening. My name is Mallarday, or Mallarday, a researcher. I thought you would say that. A researcher with the Fontaine Research Institute. I believe the two of you are here to witness Icewind statue. According to Mr. Osoy's original plan, Copolis and Copelia are clockwork mecha dedicated to the art of dance. But after I took over the project, I also added in some of my understanding of pneumosia. So as you can see, not only are they good at dancing, but they are also highly capable fighters. However, I believe that there's still much more room for improvement. We require large amounts of experimental data to further increase our combat prowess. I might have gotten too passionate during the development phase, and from that came two different combat modes for Coppelius and Coppelia based on the difference between Numa and Weasel. They are Dirge of Coppelia and Nemesis of Coppelius. That is to say, we'll need 2 times the research data. As long as we can iterate on them smoothly, the joy of our success will be doubled. In that coming, in the coming of that joy, now rests upon your shoulders, brave warrior. Okay, so we need the right one. So next up are fanatical performances to be delivered by Clockwork, Mecha Capilia, and Capilius, brought to you by Melode. Before you begin the challenge, you must speak with Melode and select the play you are challenging. Dirge of Capilia, a play with the charge, or always charge Clockwork, Mecha Capilia as a protagonist, alternatively in Nemesis Capilius. The charge emitted by the protagonist Capilius is Numa. The eventual researchers claimed from the Leyline Blossom after completing the challenge will also differ based on what challenge you select. What do you say, bold man? Would you be willing to join our machines in their dance? Okay, so let's see which one we actually need here. So there was something... Oh, all my items expired. I thought they were expiring yesterday. Is that... Oh, today is the 16th. I actually just did not pay attention to the date yesterday. Okay. So let's see what we need here, because there's something related to your talent, right? Yes. And it's the Oasia there, and then for your Ascension, it just says, okay, so we're looking for Capelia, I believe. You have to go through this dialogue every time. It was Capelia, right? We did Nemesis of... Wait, I think I might have chosen the wrong one. Oh well, we'll fight both anyway. Yeah, we were supposed to do the other one. Yeah, I'll fight both. Oh, those, oh, they're aiming. I thought they were falling. Look at that Hydro MC damage right there. But yeah, I guess I just have to use Electro Charge at the moment. For some damage. Fortunately, that's not the most effective way to deal damage. Oh, did those freeze? Whoa. Do not let the character die. Preferably. Go ahead and make Komi. As long as we have the jellyfish up, we should be good. It's okay, Kokomi's designed to tank those. Now I'm hoping that, even if like, it's not a thing where I do the wrong side either. And, I was actually supposed to do this side. Like, the drops are the other boss, whatever, so, like, this would drop Coppelia. I'm hoping that doesn't happen. But, don't know at the moment, of course. Let's go ahead and break this thing's shield. Here, yeah, we need. See now. Doing it a little bit too close. You probably want to back up to do that, right? Need to make sure that we're getting Keqing's Harbinger of Dawn procs consistently. So yeah, we're not wanting to claim that at the moment. Event details. So we fought the first side. Oh, it's Cryogems. Yeah, we can do a pool then. I'll save that for after I've done this too. So yeah, we need to let them respawn. So to do that, I'm actually gonna go to Inazuma. I'll go to the pool spot. You know what? We'll do that while it's respawning. So I do my pools in a specific location in Inazuma most of the time. I do have one in Fontaine now, but want to give the boss some time to respawn. Okay, just making sure everyone's at full HP. So we did the second option, we need to do the first one. And I'm guessing this boss will work differently. That was an ice-themed boss. Or cryo-themed boss. So I'm interested to see what the other side will be. So I am summoning for Liney, just because they're a new character. I'm mostly summoning for Bennett, as Bennett's first constellation. Which we did not get. Yeah, I got Barbara out of the first one. Wait, I do have another pool. Whoop, that's not the drop button. So yeah, I use these on baits because I'm not saving it for a weapon. Back to back? No. I always lose 50-50 to purple bows. Like I have so many sword characters and I don't have enough swords for all of them. Here, let's see if this boss has respawned or not. I don't think they have, but it will take me a minute to walk over there anyway. So yeah, the spot where I do my pools and fontaine is over here, where the star symbol is. It's on the other side of the upper epicless. Yeah, hoping for Bennett C1, it will be extremely vital of a constellation for a lot of my teams since I run Bennett a lot. Um, on like, not really run him in the game, but I run him in a lot of teams that I try to make in advance. Okay, so we're gonna do Copelia. And hopefully this drops the correct drop. But yeah, I did want to fight both anyway. Okay, so got... Is this another cryo boss? I mean, it is Icewind Sweets. Swirling cryo, which is fine. What? It's the swirl electro. So yeah, let's try to back up. Oh, they walked out of the burst. But yeah, at Constellation 1, the Hydro Traveler's burst moves slower, so I'm hoping that it will be a bit better than it is, because it's a little rough right now to use sometimes. Rough as in, like, inconsistent in its quality. Oh, I thought I could dodge both with Kazuha burst. Or not burst, skill. Okay, there we go, now we're swirling Electro. Just need to make sure we're near the jellyfish. Oh yeah, I don't get Dendro, unfortunately. Mutual Annihilation. I'll have to look into that off stream. I don't feel like reading that at the moment. I'm gonna heal the Hydro Traveler. Doing some jump cancels to increase the damage per second. Okay, so during this phase, the boss will stand still, so that'll be a good time to use the Hydro Traveler's burst. I feel like the Hydro Traveler won't be that bad if you know how your enemy is going to work like that. Like if you know when your enemy's going to stand still and stuff, or even whenever they walk around, if you can plan the burst to be in the direction that they walk. Okay, so we did get the correct one. So yeah, that's pretty good. Um, any other drops of note? Not really. They did drop these, which is interesting. Because they're a cryo-themed boss. Okay, so that's the next section. So yeah, that will be respawning at the moment. Let's go ahead and get Lynette ascended to the next rank, correct? Oh, I'll have to collect some stuff. Well, I'll save that for later, but I did mention that I was going to show off my Lynette teams. And by later, I mean I'll be doing it in a minute. Or really my Hydro Traveler teams, but they all feature Lynette. So let me claim this achievement. And then I will show that. So yeah, here's the current main team. It's supposed to be a quicken team with Hydro Traveler, but of course I'm using Hydro Traveler at the moment just because Fontaine just released last night for me. Next up we have, well, this was the last team that I made. I'll show the first one, which I think is probably going to be the best. Wait, did I make the same team twice? Oh yeah, I did make the same team twice. Okay. Um, I had another idea for this team, but I wasn't like I'm not sure who to slot in this third role, or like role, or not third, but fourth role, I guess. Whether you want like Hydro, Resonance, which I'm just having Gokomi in there for the time being because I don't have another Hydro character outside of like Barbara. So having two healers is probably not ideal, but then again, Bennett's healing, it's tied to its ult, so maybe it's not too bad. That's why I was thinking something like Yanfei's shield, if you have her fourth constellation, could work, or um, like Noelle,
Oh,
maybe,
how exciting!
since they have some shielding stuff, and that could help with the Traveler's skill. But yeah, the first one was this Hydro MC Reverse Vape team. So the idea is that you have Xiangling and Bennett. Both ults gives the Hydro Traveler access to Vape. Of course, Lynette's burst also does this as well. So you probably want her to burst first, and then have Bennett and then Xiangling burst, and that will hopefully make it where Lynette's burst is also firing off pyro attacks. All of these will allow you to switch into Hydro Traveler, use their burst, use their skill, and proc a bunch of vape and reverse vape reactions, vaporize reactions, which should deal some pretty good damage. Vaporize as a reaction isn't necessarily the strongest reaction in the game or anything at the moment, or yeah, but it's still pretty good. It's going to be a lot stronger than Bloom or Electrocharge, which is kind of the only other things I could do. And then Freeze is not necessarily a damaging reaction, but I mean, it could be useful. I haven't really thought of a Freeze team for the Hydro main character because you would want, I think you want the Hydro main character to be on field more so than off field, but because of their skill, I'm not really sure. I guess you would have like Rosaria. You could have Rosaria here for like a
I hear you've got a job for me.
freeze team, or even
Can't sleep?
do Lila, and then
Let's go for a walk then. We'll need a strategy.
or Layla and something like this. So that way you have Hydro Resonance, you have Layla for your healer shielder, and then you have Lynette for just support. They can do Hydro reactions, or I think you can swirl Cryo with their burst. I haven't really tested Cryo too much because yeah, I just kind of made this team here, but these were just some of the ideas that I've had so far for the main character. I do think that Bennett is probably their best partner if you're going to be doing anything with Vaporize, especially since he scales attack, and the Traveler's skills do scale off of attack. So, yeah, they're going to be level 1 for a long time since tomorrow is the day when the domain that the Traveler can use to increase their talents opens up. But yeah, as you can see, all of these, they do have some HP scaling, but it's mostly just going to be based on hydro damage, skill damage percent, and then you have your regular attack percent. So yeah, I do think that HP scaling is going to be something that they need, but it's not vital. I think it would be pretty good on substats. Like the gear that I currently have on the Traveler is from my Dintro Traveler, which I still need to work on most of my characters' relics because I've kind of just been ascending my characters to like level 80 for some of them, or level 90 for some of my favorites. So yeah, I've just kind of recently started farming relics again since I've had access to consistently getting stronger relics, as I am only at Adventure Rank 53. So most of my relic shops are still not really that optimal, but I'm trying to improve it a bit at the moment. But yeah, that'll be it for now for me. Just wanted to do the boss and show off some teams that I've been thinking of and everything. So yeah, I think there's definitely some better characters for these teams. Maybe not like this team. I mean, I guess you could technically have Kazuha instead if you wanted to have it be a stronger team, but I just wanted to have Lynette featured in a team, so I feel like this is probably going to be still a really strong team since Xiangling and Bennett are just strong together. Um, this team, I mean, you would probably want a support that isn't another healer for your Hydro Resonance, but I currently don't have access to that, so I will be using Kokomi for the time being on this team for most of my testing, although if you have like a Candace or Yelan, they could work here. Yelan currently featured on the banner. And then with with cryo teams, I think Rosaria or Layla could be good. And that depending on if you have like another Hydro character that can fit here, like you could do
I hear you've got a
Rosaria
job for
instead of
me.
Layla and have
All is accounted
Komi
for.
here for your
Let's move
healing,
out.
which I think is probably a bit better than having Layla for healing. But I do like Layla's shield having off-field cryo application on her skill rather than Rosaria having to just rely on her burst for off-field cryo application. But yeah, I'm not too sure how this team will work at the moment, and we'll probably be looking into all three teams off camera and everything still. But yeah, guess up, see everyone in the next one.